Okay, continuing with my 2016 reading list. These are 3 philosophical texts that I'd like to talk about. You will see I've also hung Raphael's The School of Athens behind me to put us in the mood. So, John Milton, Areopagitica. This is written in 1644. It is a treatise on censorship. It is addressing at that time, the imprimaturs of the church. Those were the guardians of publication. So if one wished to write and publish something, especially about God, you would have to get the signatures of the imprimaturs in the various sections around their church designations or something. So it is a refutation of that, in which we don't want a pre-censorship, a pre-censored writing, a pre-censored publication. So I think it is very topical for 2016 because we're continually trying to censor a great many things, and you'll see that's kind of a theme I'm going to talk about. So there's a lot in here. This book has 119 or so footnotes, at least this publication. I've read through them. I've read this in multiple sittings. It's really complicated to try to distill a couple of things down, but let me try to give you something essential to Milton's case. Milton says in here, good and evil, we know in the field of this world grow up together almost inseparably. And the knowledge of good is so involved and interwoven with the knowledge of evil, and in so many cunning resemblances hardly to be discerned, that those confused seeds which were more imposed on Psyche as an incessant labor to call out and sort asunder were not more intermixed. It was from out the rind of one apple tasted that the knowledge of good and evil as two twins cleaving together leapt forth into the world. So you see, he's talking about good and evil as twins. And perhaps this is that doom which Adam fell into of knowing good and evil. That is to say, of knowing good by evil. And there's a lot to this, but this is, I think, so essential, in which we have to acknowledge that to know a thing such as to know what it is to not be racist, one must know what racism is. And so if we continue to try to eliminate racism, we can't really know what it's like to not be racist. And so it's seeing these as relationships in which we might not ever fully want to stamp out racism because, well, I'll just say my goal is to not be a racist. And so I can also know what that is through seeing what racism is in others. So it's about, Okay, so there's another point in here around censorship and the Reformation. This gets a little complicated. You know what? I'm going to skip that. But this actually is well worth reading.